So I'm seeing trust in this card. I'm actually seeing you being unsure. You're unsure whether to actually trust someone at this time. It might not be trust. It might just be you're not sure about them. It might not be the person. It might just be that you weren't sure about getting into something with someone. You're just kind of holding back from someone. If you look at the landscape in this card, it's divided into kind of two sections by a river. The river's kind of cutting through. There's one section, the front section, which is like what I call the before section, and then the other side of the river is like the after section. It's the other side. So you're in the before section and you're looking forward to you're looking across the river toward what could be on the other side of it. So I'm seeing that you had feelings for someone, definitely, but you weren't sure whether you'd be able to actually totally, you didn't know whether to totally get into this or not with them. You weren't sure about them. I was going to say you weren't sure whether to trust them, but it's not like you were feeling like they're untrustworthy. It was just like you generally had this being unsure. You're kind of holding back. You weren't sure whether this was actually whether you really wanted to get into or not. You're just very, very, I suppose the right word to say is cautious. You're just being quite cautious about this. And this person probably seemed to be amazing from a distance because, this knight's looking over and seeing these mountains, these kind of pyramid-shaped mountains with these shrubs and trees and everything over the other side. On his side, where he's standing, there's only desert. It's quite boring. There's nothing there. Everything's over the other side. So, yes, you were in two minds. You were kind of guarding your feelings. You weren't sure what was going on. You were very attracted to what was over the other side, like a nice box of chocolates, but you thought to yourself, that looks amazing, but do I want to eat all of these chocolates? I don't know if this is what's good for me. I don't know if this is what's right for me. It's that kind of feeling. So yes, you were thinking that this looks amazing, but I'm not sure about this. That's the kind of thing I'm getting about this. The next card you have for your past is the Knight of Wands. So this person you're attracted to, but a little bit unsure of, they have a lot less self-control than you. That sounds quite bad, actually. What I mean by that is they're a lot more impulsive than you. You have a lot of kind of self-control. You're very disciplined. You're very orderly in the way you do things. You like to think about things very carefully. That's why you was kind of holding back in the situation with them. Now, you don't like to kind of jump into situations. This person loves to jump into situations. And they were definitely attracted to you too. They were attracted to you, definitely. But I'm getting some fear coming from them as well. I hope this makes sense. But they could have been sensing your hesitation. And then because they were sensing your hesitation, they weren't going to jump in and look crazy in front of you. They were kind of wanting to kind of mirror you in a way. That's what I'm seeing. So, yeah, they wanted to come forward, but they were a little bit afraid of kind of looking a bit crazy in front of you, if that makes sense. They didn't want to seem out of control in front of you. They were kind of keeping themselves under control, if that makes sense. If you look at this horse, he's jumping up and down. He's out of control, but the knight's trying to get it into some kind of control. He's trying to control the horse. So that's what was happening. He was kind of trying to control, or whoever this was, he, she, or whoever this was trying to control themselves, trying to look in control to you, because that's what you were like yourself. That's what I'm seeing. So this does have the potential to be, it actually does have the potential to be a long-lasting relationship. I'm seeing long-lasting. If you both stop worrying so much about what the other one's thinking, this could be amazing. Because I'm looking again, there are pyramid-shaped mountains in the background of this card as well. Now, pyramids represent going upwards into the sky, kind of ascending upwards into this beautiful heavens, or whatever that is. That's why the pyramids were built, because this is all about ascension, going up into the heavens. And yes, that's what I'm seeing, moving upwards forever. That's what that kind of represents. So this connection does have the potential to move into something more permanent or something more stable. And I'm just getting this feeling that you might not have been around each other at this time for some reason. If this resonates, if you're not together at this time and you're not around, or you weren't around each other at this time, you will be together at some time, because I'm actually seeing this person might be traveling to be with you. Either that, or there's some traveling involved between you in some way. There's something like that. I'm seeing some movement or traveling. The last card you have, your past, is the Three of Wands. So I'm seeing you putting a lot of work into something. This is what you're doing at this time as well. You're also working very hard. Now, I always see you working very hard. You're a very hard worker. I always see that. And I'm seeing what was happening was you were reworking something or rewording something. So this is writing, rewording, rechanging, changing paragraphs around, changing words around. There's so much gold in this card. There's a lot of yellow in this card, and yellow can represent mind or intellect. So you're using a lot of your mind power, a lot of your intellect, your intelligence to get whatever this was done. And, you probably still are working on whatever this is. You're in this for the long haul. You're not going to give up on whatever this is. I'm seeing a lot of threes. There are a lot of threes all in this past section of your reading. The pyramid-shaped mountains, pyramids, threes, obviously, and in the two top cards. And obviously this card's Three of Wands, has 3 wands in it. And also there are 3 ships coming in toward this man on the water. So there's lots of threes. And this water's golden as well. So the 3 symbolize the Trinity, and the Trinity represents all is given. So everything is, this is beautiful. Everything's going to be given to you. Now, I don't normally see all is given if it's just one card by itself, if it's just the Three of Wands or something with 3s in. But all of these cards have this all is given, this Trinity in them. So if you do want this relationship to happen, even though you're a bit afraid, you're a bit worried about it, if you want this to happen, it can happen. If you want success in this written project, you will get it. It will be given. It will be given to you. That's what I'm seeing. The first card you have, your present, is the Seven of Pentacles. So yes, again, this is your hard work. It's going to pay off. This man's looking at this tree or this shrub or this bush or whatever this is next to him, and he's thinking, oh, I've really planted this thing. It's grown, and look at what it's grown. It's grown these coins. It's amazing. Look at that tree next to me. I've worked so hard. Now I'm looking back over what I've done. Yes, there's a motorbike outside, of course. So yes, I think this was in your last reading as well, this project or this written thing that you're working on. Go away. Yes, go away. So yes, this was in your last reading. You're working on something, you're writing something, I was seeing. And I'm getting this very, very strongly in this reading as well. So obviously you're still working on this, or, you're still kind of very, very passionate about this. I'm seeing that it is something you're very passionate about, actually. And so, yes, when you work on this, and you will get some success coming from this, you will get some success coming from this, and there is going to be a financial success with this as well, because I'm seeing these coins, and I am seeing there is going to be some stopping and starting though with this project. You are going to have to go through times where there'll be suddenly a lot of action, you'll be flying around doing everything, and then there'll be a stop, there'll be a time of waiting, and then there'll be a rushing time again, and then a waiting. That's what I'm seeing, that energy of going up, down, up, down. But I'm not seeing you getting frustrated in these slow waiting times when this kind of comes to a stop or a slowdown. You're going to use this time as a time of reflection. This is going to be a time of planning things. This is going to be a time of reworking things, perfecting things. You're a very patient person, and this patience is going to really work very well for you. It always has, and it always will. You're very patient. You don't go, some people go rushing into things. They go rushing off, oh, I have to finish this right now, and then they make all sorts of mistakes, everything goes wrong, and they have to go all the way back to the start again, and it wastes all that time. That's not you. That is not you. You're very, very patient, and you're very careful with what you do. The next card you have, your present, is the 10 of Cups. Beautiful, beautiful, amazing card. This is fantastic. Again, this is about completion in these two areas of your life. You are going to come to a completion with these two things, which is what I was seeing in this Trinity. All is given to you, and it will be given to you. Look at this. Happy, contented completion. That's what this card's about. Look at this river. There's another river here again, the same as there was in the Knight of Cups, but this river's flowing toward this house in the background. Your intuition, your emotions, and your determination, your quiet, organized determination to stay positive and do all these things and use your mind, because you do use your intellect a lot. You do use your mind to do things, to manifest things. This is going to help you to get to where you want to go. I'm seeing that. This is about you. This is about you, and probably you and this person in the Knight of Cups. You're going to eventually have this amazing feeling of oneness with this person. Oneness with this person. And again, with this house in the background, this is a home. So you're going to be having this beautiful feeling of feeling at home with this person. This is beautiful. So you might be opposites actually with this person, because I was seeing that in the Knight of Wands, that they come rushing in, they rush around, but you're very steady and very careful. So yes, you're opposites, but you do complement each other, I'm seeing. The other thing I'm seeing in this card is obviously family. There's a family in this card. You've either met this person's family before, or you're going to meet their family. Now I'm seeing that their family is very different to your family. Their family background is very different to your family background in some way. So there's a difference there. Now, if you haven't met their family yet, you might be a little bit worried about that. You might realize there's a bit of a difference. I'm not sure exactly what that difference is, but you might be thinking about that, worrying about that. There's no reason to worry about that. This is a beautiful, happy card. This family of theirs, they don't mind. They're very happy. As long as this person's happy, as long as you're happy, as long as they're happy, they're happy. They're not judgmental at all. They don't see these differences. They're a very warm, very caring group of people. That's what I'm seeing. So don't worry about this. Don't worry about this. The last card you have, your present, is the Hanged Man. Yes, I see a lot of different things in this card, depending on what this is around and just what kind of stands out to me in this card. I'm seeing in this card that you're going to be changing a few things about yourself at this time. This is about contemplating, reflecting things about yourself and making changes after this kind of self-reflection. This is a little bit, I hope this isn't going to be confusing. I'm just going to try to tell you what I'm seeing in this card. So there are going to be a few things that might be very difficult for you to come to terms with when you're kind of going through this self-reflection. Self-reflection and self-improvement is never easy, especially when it's inner reflection. You have to kind of really come up against a few things that might be very difficult for you to do. But after you've done all of this, you are going to improve a lot. You are going to feel so much better. You're going to be so much more improved. This is going to be very, very positive. These changes are going to be very, very positive. It's like you're going to reflect on yourself. It's almost like you're going to be looking at a reflection of yourself. That's what I'm seeing internally, and finding a kind of a viewpoint or a new way of seeing things that's going to be the complete opposite of the way you used to see things. So it's a complete change around. It's a complete turnaround for you. I really hope this makes sense, because this is very important for you, and I'm trying to kind of articulate this to you. Yes, this Hanged Man's upside down. He's seeing things from the opposite perspective than he normally would, so he's upside down. And when you look at a reflection of yourself in a mirror, or even in water, even in a puddle of water, or even in a lake or something like that, the image is reversed. It's in reversed. So you're going through this process, a process of turning something back around in the right direction. You're seeing a few things in your life as in the reverse. You're going about a few things in the wrong way, eternally, inside. That of course makes things happen externally. So you're going through this process, and you're turning things back around in the right direction. That's what I'm seeing. You're not going to be upside down like the Hanged Man anymore. I really hope this makes sense, because this is a very important thing, and I'm trying to articulate what I see. If you don't understand that, please ask me in the comments, and I'll try and answer you as quickly as I can, and so that you understand, because I really want you to understand this. This is going to be a really difficult process for you, but it's a very positive process in the end. It's like you're going to come out of this feeling like a completely new person. That's how important it is for you. And that's how much I want you to understand what this actually means. So the first card you have for your future is the Eight of Swords. So yes, this could be the point in time where you're in this process, or right in the middle of this process of making this big inner change that you're going to be going through. Again, this isn't going to be easy, because anytime you have this kind of big, huge change going on, there are a lot of emotions that go on. It's very, very difficult sometimes, but it's going to be very positive for you at the end of this process. So please don't get upset or worry about this process. This is a really important thing for you to go through. You're making this internal shift in your outlook. It's a huge thing for you. Sometimes it can feel a lot easier to want to go back into kind of the comfort of the old way when you're going through this, but this you can't anyway. You can't go back anyway, and you won't want to. By the time you're in the end of this process, you'll be thinking, I don't know why I ever felt like I wanted to go back. But at this time, you're in the middle of this process. You're like this woman. She started walking away from this home up on the hill. She's walked off. She isn't able to go back. You're not going to be able to go back. She has swords behind her. She can only go forward. She's going to go forward eventually. At the moment, she's struggling. She's looking at some things she doesn't want to see inside herself. It's a big struggle. Eventually, she's going to take her blindfold off. She's going to see what needs to be changed, and she's going to change them, just like you are going to do this. Taking a blindfold off, moving forward, and then you're going to start to feel totally different after this. This is really good for you. There's even a puddle of water in front of this woman. So if she looked into it, she'd see a reflection of herself. So I'm seeing reflections again, self-reflection. Please don't stress about this process. The results are going to be really, really positive for you. It's not going to be easy, but it's really, really well worth it. It's a huge shift. Okay, I'm not going to say any more about that. The next card you have for your future is the King of Cups. So yes, even though you're going to be moving forward with this person in the Knight of Cups, and having this amazing Ten of Cups feeling around them, it's going to be amazing. You're still going to have a little bit of an unsurety, or not unsurety, but you're still going to have a few little feelings or a few little things that you're going to be holding back from them. This is just your cautious nature. Now, eventually you are going to stop this holding back. It's a process. Once again, this is a process. You still have a few little things you might be holding back from this person, but eventually this is going to fade away as you go through this process. And yes, when you've gone through this, you're going to feel new. You're going to feel ready to move ahead with the next phase in your life. And this new phase, when you're in this new phase, I'm actually seeing a lot of creativity opening up for you as well. A lot of inspiration, a lot of ideas are going to be coming to you. Try to remember all these ideas, write them all down. Each one is going to be really useful to you. Write down each idea that comes to you. Everything is going to be worth something. Even if you have an idea that's something absolutely ridiculous and stupid sounding, I don't care. I know I'm bossy, aren't I? Write it down. Write down everything. They're going to be really useful for you in this thing you're writing, in this thing that you're doing, in your project, and also maybe in other areas of your life as well. The last card you have for your future is the King of Wands. So yes, the way that you do a lot of things is going to totally change after you've had this shift. This is a huge shift. Now, I think that you've been working along with what you've been doing. It's been fine for a while, but you have been going through the motions for a while. This shift is going to change the way you work. It's going to change the way you see everything. It's going to change your relationship. It's going to change everything. This is huge. There's a salamander, there's a lizard, or whatever this is, salamander or lizard, you can call it one or the other. It's behind this king's head. So it's going around and round and round in circles. And that's how you've been approaching things. You've been kind of going a little bit on autopilot, going around, working on and on, around and round like this lizard, not really getting anywhere. And I think you've been doing this in your work as well, because when I see this salamander going around in a circle, it reminds me of a cog in a machine. So it's like you've been going along almost like a machine, going along, going through the motions. Right, first I have to do this, then I have to do that. Boring, boring, boring. But now after this complete shift, after this complete change, this is going to change. It's like you're going along on this project, you're doing this written project, this beautiful, amazing thing you're passionate about. You're going along, you're on this narrow pathway. You can see a little bit of where you need to go. You can see a little bit of what you want to do. After you've made this change, it's going to open up and become this enormous, wide, beautiful road. You're going to know exactly where you need to go. You're going to be able to see everything. It's going to become so clear to you, and you're going to be able to speed up. You're going to be able to do a lot more with this, and it's going to open up a whole lot of new areas for you in this as well. Now, you're also going to be able to use these amazing creative things, ideas, inspirations that have come to you in the King of Cups. So imagine this beautiful big wide road in front of you. You've got it all, it's all yours. You can all go and do this. You can do this amazing project. You know what you want to do. These creative ideas are going to be the jewels, making this path beautiful, shiny and glittery in front of you. These beautiful jewels are going to be what you're going to use in your writing. They're going to add spark. They're going to add sparkle in your writing. They're going to make it sound amazing, exciting, interesting, and people are going to want to read it even more than they would have before you made this shift. This is the most amazing reading, positive reading I've read for a long time, certainly for you, Capricorn. Capricorn, I hope this resonates with you. As you know, general readings can't always resonate with everyone. But again, if you like this reading, please like or subscribe or leave a comment. Ask me in the comments if you don't understand what this shift is that I'm talking about. If you think I'm crazy, you can say that as well. I don't mind. Again, I'm sorry this is late. I hope you get this in time. Thank you so much for watching.